Hello and welcome to Talking Tech and Trash with Gino and Toby, the podcast where we talk tech and trash. I'm Gino.
And I'm Toby.
And today we have a very special announcement. Toby and I are getting a divorce.
No.
High five.
My God.
High five.
I didn't know he was going to do that.
Yes. High five. No, we are not getting a divorce,
Correct.
as far as I know.
No.
Cool. Good to know. So we have been doing the Tech and Trash podcast for a year now, a little bit over a year, like a year and a week. I don't know how time works. And the podcast kind of started out where it's like, well, I like tech stuff. She likes reality TV. Let's just make a podcast together. But unfortunately, it's not really like the best concept for a podcast in terms of like...
So I think it was fine. But the problem is that the ability to discuss each other's topics, as we've been doing for a year, we feel isn't as successful or fun as it is when we do our What We're Watching Together segments, when we watch a show together.
Those are just like way more enjoyable to record and way more fun because we both know about the thing, like when we watch a movie together or a show together.
And so we can both have an opinion and we can both just chit-chat back and forth.
So the special announcement is that this podcast is no longer going to be a tech podcast or a trash podcast. But it's going to be about the movies and TV shows that we watch. So us just reviewing those movies and TV shows with our lovely, hilarious dialogue that we have together.
Right, that you guys have come to know and love.
Yes.
The 4 listeners.
Yes, all 5 of you.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, that means we need to come up with a new name for the podcast, and we haven't done that yet.
No, Gino keeps shooting down all my ideas.
I'm such a supportive husband.
So if you do have any ideas for like a name that would incorporate the fact that we are going to be reviewing movies and TV, the fact that we're married, please DM me. Talking Tech and Trash is still our Instagram handle. So
it's just such a catchy name.
I'm very sad.
That's what stinks.
Right, because we're not going to be doing either of those things, so we can't leave it. But please DM me if you have an idea. We've got some ideas, but again, I have to please him. So that's why I'm married.
Yeah.
I'm the wife. Just pleasing the
Happy husband, happy life.
That's the rhyme.
That's the rhyme. Yeah. All right, so that's it. Next week, we're talking about some movie or TV show that we watched.
No. We're going to talk specifically.
Oh, we already have a plan.
Yeah.
I'm a very good listener.
Wait, but you knew. Oh, hi. We're going to be talking about Severance.
Oh, yeah, Apple TV Plus. I still get my tech in there, Tobes. You can't stop me.
I can't. But we're going to be talking about Severance.
So good.
This also opens it up to taking more ideas from you guys as a listener. Like, what are you watching that you think is really cool, that you want to just hear somebody talk about, like, engage with us?
Here comes the dog, too.
Oh, God. You guys are in for a treat.
Oh, here comes the dog and the cat together.
Also, if you don't see this, you should follow us on YouTube, subscribe.
Yes.
That way our numbers go up and our podcast isn't even like alive yet, I guess.
Yeah, and if you're watching on YouTube, then subscribe to our podcast, which hopefully is at the same link as it always is. We'll figure that out. We might have to make a whole new podcast.
Yeah.
Or a whole new YouTube channel. I don't know. I think the podcast we can change. The YouTube channel, maybe not. We don't know. We'll figure that out. But yeah. Also, like, you know, speaking of Severance, like I wanted to talk about Severance weeks ago, but like we had to keep up with like the constant like reality, like tech news eventually stops. Like there's only tech news at certain points a year.
Well, the problem is
reality TV is like constant new content.
Right.
It's just hard to keep up.
But that's not even so like because we have to stick with it for our once a week.
Yep, dog's.
Why would you do that?
Playing with. Oh, look, he's shaking the camera. Thanks, Moose. I mean, like it's my fault for turning off the camera stabilization.
Oh my gosh! What happened? He just came and he just like pounced on everything he saw. He's like, I see a wire. I'm gonna pounce on it.
So if this camera shook and now you're throwing up, it's his fault.
Anyway, what I was just trying to say is that we wanted to talk about this show for a long time, but like Doctor Strange came out, Moon Knight was out, something else. So like we had to just stick with
those.
the
I mean, we're gonna still talk about that stuff.
Right.
But I realized like, oh, we have to talk about 90 Days this week.
Right, but that's because it's the tech and trash part of it. Like we went every other week.
Right. So now it's just going to be every week.
Right. So we're dropping that format, and just every week we're going to talk about a TV series, a documentary, or a movie that we saw.
It's usually nerd stuff. It's like Disney.
Whatever.
It's like 90% stuff on Disney Plus and Apple TV Plus.
That's fine. Netflix I can throw in there too.
We'll do Stranger Things,
Yeah.
And maybe we'll just like review that dinosaur show that.
Oh yeah, and now we can review
Prehistoric Planets.
And that's on Apple TV Plus.
We'll just review stuff.
The new Jurassic Park movie is coming out.
Oh, I have to go watch that.
Yes.
I haven't seen the second Jurassic World though.
Me either. We'll watch it, but the new one has the people coming back.
Yes, they found them at whatever supermarket they were working at.
Stop it.
What's the actress name? You don't even remember.
Yes, I do.
Jeff Goldblum, who's had a career.
Yeah.
And the other two, who one
Sam
was working at
Neill.
a bank.
Sam Neill
working at a supermarket.
Fine.
I saw him at Stop and Shop. That's where he worked.
Stop it.
And the other one.
And Laura Dern is also doing
Laura
fine.
Dern, who's like teaching a 5th grade class.
Just because you don't watch the movies that they're in doesn't mean
Name
they don't
one
exist.
other movie that they're in.
Laura Dern's in things.
Name it.
I don't watch them because
Exactly.
they're serious.
The Toll Booth.
Anyway, we gotta wrap this up.
We gotta wrap this up because Moose is gonna pounce on stuff. All right, so yeah, next week we're gonna be talking about Severance because it was so freaking good. We need to like completely change the podcast, talk about it. Moose is eating one of my socks right now. So yeah, if you think of a good name, let us know. High five. Yay, bye.